Cam Newton says women lose value with more kids. He said, I just think that the reality to that answer is women's value get lower the more children that they have. And he referenced a conversation with one of the mothers of his children, explaining how he approached her situation when they were together. He said, I was telling her the guy that you're dating or will date ain't willing to love on these 5 children that you have. That ain't the guy for you, because when I came into your life, I was willing to accept you and whatever you had. He also added that not everyone shares that mindset, noting that some men may
lead with a bunch of money. And I think, like, as I heard him say it, and I know he got picked apart by a bunch of people, like, he was just speaking from somebody who probably has so much to offer that his choice of women and everything that he wants from women, he can kind of pick and choose who he wants, because that's the situation he's in. And anybody who has a bunch of value, whether you're an athlete or entertainer or somebody who makes a ton of money, you would probably feel the same way too. But everybody's different. You know, everybody doesn't, they don't care if you have kids with somebody else, and they don't value a woman based upon the kids that you have. At the end of the day, it's just sex, and somebody, you know, got you pregnant, you had a baby, but it just is what it is. So I wouldn't say that they lose value, but I think what he was actually saying was, based upon whatever he can choose, he would value that less than what he would with somebody else. So I wouldn't just give a blanket statement saying that just because a woman has kids that she loses value. But I would say everybody,
I don't know, man,
from their own personal experience and personal perspective.
Yeah, this is a real interesting statement and an interesting question when it comes to women, because a lot of it is determined on what does she have going for herself other than the children, right? What type of woman she is. I don't think that blanket statement, like you said, holds up in every case. I do understand that for most guys that are like premium guys or elite guys, a lot of elite guys may think that way, right? Unless she's just amazingly beautiful. If she's amazingly beautiful, it seems like in this generation people look past that. So I would say that it depends on what generation you're asking. In some generations that was a problem. I don't think in this generation it matters that you have that many children, because we see guys all the time dating people who got kids by other people, or some of the biggest couples already had children before they got together. So I think that's not valid in this generation, in this day and time. But there was a time when that was the truth.
Yeah, I agree with Mace on that one. It was a time when niggas like, yo, you taking care of her kids too, nigga? Ain't your motherfucking kids. Like,
Yeah.
it was kind of like back then when niggas like, yo, you